Andy, why don't you tell me what brings you down here today?
A car.
You don't know how many times I've heard that answer.
I know. Jesus, I'm real clever, aren't I? Yeah, I just came down. I'm a fan of the show.
No stories about you out there that might pop up, right?
No. I don't rate. I don't rate gossip, and well, you know, I got some bodies in my basement, but they'll find out about that, you know.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
So, expecting anything in there today? You nervous about going in? It's the first time you're up here, right?
Yeah. No, not really. You know, I don't know. I don't think much.
Like Conan's done the show once, right? I mean, once, twice.
A couple of times, yeah.
Did he give you any advice? Did he know you were coming on?
No, I don't think. Well, I didn't talk to him about it. You know. But I don't know. I fully expect him to say crappy things about Conan, because God knows he's said them in the past. So, but he's always said, you know, fairly nice things about me. Except I send a Christmas card. You know, I don't know. I called Gary once to try and get him to spend some money at my friend's business, and then I send a Christmas card. It's probably, you know, everybody probably thinks I'm some sort of creepy stalker or something.
Andy Richter's here. He is the co-host of the Conan O'Brien Show.
Right.
He's the sidekick. He's like the Ed McMahon.
Yes, that would be true.
But I think that's an insult to call him the Ed McMahon.
Well, sort of.
It is, right?
It?
Yeah, because Ed's such a dolt.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm hoping I'll do better than...
Yeah, I mean, you get to do more than Ed did, I think. Well, though he used to introduce Aunt Flabby and stuff, and you get to introduce Conan's characters.
Aren't you in some of... Well, he was in some of the skits, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Andy gets to be in some of the skits.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Yeah, you get a segment every night. You get to be in the skits. But when Conan's interviewing, Andy's got to shut his mouth.
Right. He just stays there at the end of the
I
show.
don't have to shut my mouth.
But you do. Because everyone will go, look at him trying to be like the interviewer.
That's it.
When I went on the Conan show, I tried to at least address Andy a couple of times because it's like...
It is odd because he's sitting right there.
Yeah, and like, you know, you feel kind of bad for the guy just sitting there on the goddamn couch not doing anything.
I mean, what kind of job is that?
Well, as I like to say, the check cash is the same either way. So
that's it, my friend. There you go.
Feel bad for me. I'm making a living.
I got a million questions.
At the back of people's heads.
I got a million questions for you. Like, how'd you get that job? You know what I mean? But Mike Walker's online. Mike.
Howard, never been a whiff of scandal about Andy. That's kind of interesting. I'm jotting this down. You know, let's look into Andy Richter. Because
now they're going to start investigating you.
Andy would be thrilled.
And would you be thrilled, Andy?
I would.
Oh, okay. Well,
I would be really.
He hopes you find something.
I know. I'm actually thinking now. Geez, I got to go do something.
Yeah, it strikes me that off stage you're probably pretty much like excuse me, but kind of like a very dull kind of a.
Well, he's a family man. But that'll change.
Is he married?
I'm married, yeah, but I'm
but you cheat, right?
No.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. I don't. I have next to no libido, so
really,
it's not a problem.
You're not gay?
No.
Really?
Not gay, no drugs.
I don't know any guy who doesn't have a libido.
Well, you just met one.
I don't believe it.
Well hid.
You really, I can't see you not having a libido.
Well, I mean, I do, but
ever think about the broads you could be getting now if you weren't married?
You know, I'm really just like I'm such a wuss about it that and the thing too is that I don't like to talk to people very much. I'm in the right business. But,
yeah, right.
You know, it's like actually, if I ever think about like, hey, if I was single and had this job, I'd think, Jesus, how many moronic conversations I'd have to have.
Come on, that's a bull.
No, it's not.
When you're aroused. I talked about this yesterday. When there's a beautiful woman and you're aroused, you'll never know if you'll like her until after you finish orgasming. Because I can't think straight until I'm done, and then I realize, hey, I don't even like her.
Right.
But I gotta have it. Gotta have it.
I'm very distracted by the tear in the real doll's mouth.
I did that.
Oh, that poor thing.
There's an actual tear in her mouth.
Well, Norm Macdonald did that.
She's disintegrating.
Yeah. He was in here yesterday messing around with her.
Why does she tear? I mean, what kind of deal is this?
Well, you know, I used her, but I'm not big enough to tear her lips.
Is there a warranty? I mean, can you get that fixed?
I don't need a warranty.
Or will they just ship up a new head?
Andy, feel her chest. Tell me that doesn't feel good. Look at it. Take off her bra.
It's cold.
Take off her. Oh,
you can put her in the tub and warm her up.
That's what they tell you to do.
It's like this is like necrophiliac's delight.
No, you put her in the tub, she gets warm skin.
Oh, really?
Andy, put your hand in her pants and feel her most. Most wonderful of places. Isn't that wild?
God, it's like moss.
Yeah. All right, anyway. Hey, wait a second. Here's a guy who says has dirt on you.
Oh,
Andy.
really?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Good.
Excellent.
Mike, we got a scoop for you.
All right, here's a scoop. You can put this in the Inquirer for Danny. Go ahead. What do you got on Andy Richter?
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month ago, I seen Andy and his wife wearing Billy's topless.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you went to a
You
strip
and
bar
your
with your wife?
go to strip
Hey,
bars?
cool.
Hey, there's something good for you.
Absolutely.
Andy
You're not
Richter.
so quiet.
Billy's topless.
Andy Richter and his wife go to Louise Topless. Yeah, you take your wife
Billy's
to strip.
Topless.
Oh, Billy's Topless.
Billy's
Why do you go to a strip club with your wife?
Because she sits at the rail. She's like an old woman at a slot machine.
Yeah.
She sits there at the rail and just hands out dollars like, there you go,
Do
honey.
you ever say to her, hey, honey, how about that one? Like, would you, like, just theoretically, like at her, would you, the three of us, do you do things like that?
You ever-
Use it to turn yourself on? That
You
would
ever
be
suggest a threesome with a stripper?
good. I don't mean you do it.
No?
But I mean, no?
No. I mean,
What's the point, though? Why's your wife like going? Is she like into chicks?
no, it's like because it's, it's.
Oh, come on, man.
No, it's,
What's up?
it's funny. I mean, you got to go to Billy's Topless first of all.
It ain't funny.
It's like, it's
I don't find it funny.
It's fun.
What's so funny
it's fun.
about it?
What's fun? Tell me what's so funny about it. I don't
Funny
get.
line.
Funny
Don't say
about it
it's
is
funny.
that, well, it's funny because it's like just kind of like this really normal neighborhood tavern, and then there's like these women doing this nude Tai Chi over in,
Yeah.
along the
I'm not
side.
cracking
And-
up yet.
Yeah, I don't get the joke.
I'm not laughing.
I ain't laughing.
Sorry, jeez.
I don't.
Listen,
Anybody
Howard.
find that funny?
Howard,
You know
women...
whose hangout?
What is
You
it?
know whose hangout that is?
Whose hangout is?
It's Freddie's
hangout.
hangout.
Oh, Fred hangs out. Yeah, but he don't take his wife.
Take,
No,
a
no,
woman
just take his
to, take
wife.
a woman to scores. Take your wife to scores. It's kind of fun. Women like watching other women. Now, that's a fact, right?
Yeah,
Robin?
well, you know what?
It is.
I don't
I
go to
don't
watch
wanna
other
go.
women.
Well, there's
Please.
Howard,
They're
Billy's.
usually intrigued to be in a place that they don't usually... I've had lots of women say, hey, take me to scores. And
Yeah, they just want to watch their men. That's not about the women.
I don't know, man.
No, that's
'cause
not
these weren't,
true.
like,
And you know Andy's sitting
girls,
there.
you know?
He's getting excited from the
Yeah,
broads.
he's claiming to have no libido, and then the next thing we know, he's at Billy's Topless.
That's
Yeah.
a
Billy's,
great
yeah,
item.
I'm at Billy's
In fact,
Topless
that's the item, Rob.
Why
with
are
a
you
ball
there?
peen hammer
Andy
banging on
Richter,
my
who goes
crotch,
around
trying to get some
telling
life out
everybody
of
he's
it.
got no libido, was spotted at Billy's Topless. I've got my item.
Thank you.
item.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Thanks a lot.
All right, man.
Amazing.
Mike Walker, everybody. So, Andy.
Yeah.
Andy Richter's here from the Conan O'Brien Show. Hey, let me take a break, and then we'll chat a little bit.
It's your show.
Really?
I'll just keep turning her fingers back, the real doll's fingers.
I just want to know how you got the job being the co-host of the...
Yeah, we all know how Conan got the job.
Yeah, how did Conan get the
Remember
job?
there was this whole talent search across the country. NBC interviewed every comedian in the country and couldn't find anybody.
And then they said, you know what, we can't find anyone, so we'll just hire Conan. I mean, how embarrassing was that whole thing?
I mean, it was a really sad
It really was.
situation.
It really was awful. So, how do you become Conan O'Brien's sidekick? Because, like, were you in show business even or anything?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was a pool boy I
No, really, what were you doing?
I did improv in Chicago. So
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
And you got
like,
paid and everything?
Not really.
Oh.
Occasionally wherever we were working, they'd let us have a free drink or two. But
All right, that's cool.
then I also did the Real Life Brady Bunch, which played here in
in
at the Village
Broadway,
Gate.
yeah.
Oh, so you were in show
Off-Broadway?
business.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
you were
I
an
just wasn't in any
actor
show business.
slash
Yeah, I was
comedian
an actor.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I was
comedian.
an actor,
All right.
an improv actor. you
Okay.
know. So,
So if we said, now, remember when
Mike
who was that?
Douglas?
Mike Douglas used
Yeah.
to do that with Sandy Barron.
All right, do me a favor. I'm a tree that has just fallen down.
right.
And you're a squirrel picking my nuts. And, okay, let's go with that. Go. Now,
Okay.
now.
Did Michael Kennedy just crash into you, Tree?
Hey, you see, that's good. That's good. Yeah, he did, that little bastard Kennedy. You know, and I'm glad I took him out because he was with a 14-year-old. And screw Kathy Lee. Hey, nice bit of improv on my part.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How do you get involved in that improv stuff?
You can do that.
Hey, I'm pretty good at it too.
It sounds like you're getting some important stuff out. of
Yeah,
it.
man, I'm working through some material here. That improv really goes.
So that's what you do? Have people yell up things and you do them?
Okay, go yell something at me and Andy. We'll do some improv.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Robin. Premise.
You're a woman
Thank you.
who's lost in New York,
Okay.
and Andy is a stranger on the corner.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Excuse me? Are you a black man? Good. I see
Why,
you're
yes,
white.
I am.
I'd like to ask you directions. I'm very lost here in New York. Do you know where I can find what's the name of that strip club?
Billy's Topless.
Billy's Topless.
It's obvious you're bisexual.
There you go. Nice.
I happen to know of a few places.
What was that guy who used to go Mike Douglas and do the Improv?
Sandy Barron.
Sandy Barron.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh, man. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah, you see, I'm 43. I used to watch the Mike Douglas show every day.
I mean, I saw it, but I mean,
You were too young to appreciate it.
I was too young to know what
you
was
didn't get
going
the
on.
names or anything.
Yeah.
Mike would sit there like a piece of cardboard. You could see him just reading off the teleprompter. And it was just unbelievable. He would read off the teleprompter, and then he'd have Sandy Barron on, and he'd say, Sandy, you're so great at improv. The audience is going to yell out some things. He'd have them on little cards, actually. He goes, the audience has written these things down. Now, promise us you haven't seen these. That's right, Mike. I haven't seen these.
That's true.
That's true. And then he'd go, okay, you're a tree, and I'm a squirrel. And they would improv, and it would go nowhere. It would be so unfunny. It would be so unfunny.
As soon as Mike's part came.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Mike would drive the thing right into the ground. Unbelievable. All right. Situation.
Yeah.
Your wife has poison ivy of the vagina.
Okay.
Okay? And you have to tell me that she gave it to me last night. Go ahead.
That she gave you.
All right,
Your wife gave me poison
Oh, no, I
ivy.
got it. It's better. He's just found out he's HIV positive, and you were his last partner.
Okay, let's go with that.
Wow, that is hilarious.
Hello. Oh, Andy.
Hello.
By the way, last night was wonderful.
Thanks, Howard.
I feel so
but,
comfortable in your arms. I really do. You really are fabulous.
Well, I hope you feel comfortable there because we share more than what we just shared.
What happened to your gay voice? Where is it? You're so
I'm
masculine.
sorry.
Oh, you're so butch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had some serious news to tell you.
What is
I
it?
tried to be.
What's the
I'm
thing?
HIV positive.
What? What?
What?
Thank God all I did was fellatio with you. I can't get it from that, can I?
No.
No, all right.
About that.
All right, listen to me.
Well, that was
This is a pretty good improv. Yeah, hey, man, I like this. All right, here's one.
All right.
You just found out that Conan likes little boys.
Okay.
And I'm a cop. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. All right, never
So,
mind.
officer, you know where I could get any little boys for my boss?
What are you talking about? Isn't your boss Conan O'Brien?
Yeah.
He's into little boys?
Look, I gotta go.
Hey, you're pretty good at this. No wonder they tapped you for the job. All right, so wait a second. Explain to me real quick how you get
How
the
I
job.
got the job.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know Robert Smigel.
Guy who does the cartoons on Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live.
Real talented
and he
guy.
also is the guy that does all the lips in our things.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
go ahead.
Bill Clinton, that's Robert.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the original head writer and producer. He worked with Conan on SNL.
Okay.
I had a friend that worked on SNL.
Good.
I met Robert like a year before in L.A. He was out there writing the Hans and Franz movie.
You're kidding.
No, yeah.
They never produced that, did they?
No, because Arnold thought that people didn't want to see him making fun of himself after Last Action Hero.
Oh, really?
So he said, I'm not going to do
Yeah,
it.
Arnold's becoming a very deep thinker.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh, Arnold was supposed to be in the Hans and Franz movie?
Oh, yeah. He was the linchpin.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
was the reason that was being made.
Yeah.
Gee, I don't
And
even think
from
you needed him for it.
Things that, from what Robert told me, it sounded like he had some pretty funny ideas.
Yeah,
you know.
a couple of comedy ideas.
Yeah,
Okay.
some funny comedy things.
Might have made a good sketch.
Yeah, comedies with a K.
Right.
So I met him there, and we just hung out. You know, we just kind of became friends. And then the Brady Bunch ended in L.A. That's what
Yeah.
I was out there doing.
Right.
I did Cabin Boy. Was back out in L.A. for that.
Right.
And then my phone just rang one day, and it was Robert saying, you know, I know this Conan guy.
Did you have to audition?
No. I was hired as a writer first.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, they hired me. I was the first writer hired on the show.
Oh, I didn't know
Robert
that.
just called me and said, you want to try and be a writer on the show? And I was like, yeah. You know,
Why not?
I'm not
I-
doing anything else.
Hey, I did Cabin Boy and the Brady Bunch. I might as well do this.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a good excuse to come back to New York. So I met with Conan at a deli and got a free lunch out of it. And
Right.
submitted.
And you said to yourself, hey, okay, the guy doesn't have much going on with him, but hey, maybe I'll outshine him and they'll give me the show. Is that it?
Yeah, I thought maybe I can just park my ass on a couch. You know?
Yeah, watch this guy die.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Get the angle on people's plastic surgery.
Right.
You know?
Right. So then he said, okay, hey, and then he basically said to you, I want you to be my sidekick?
That kind of came about as, they found out how hilarious I was.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
As, hanging around the office. Because when I got hired, they didn't,
And what do they do? Do they, test it out in front of an audience one night?
Yeah, well, it started out there were early test shows with no
audience.
with audience.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and they just kind of said, go sit next to him.
Boy, there's a lot of pressure. Don't make this guy look funny.
So, well,
yeah, right.
No, that's not, but go sit next to him. And then we did test shows with audiences.
And they liked you.
At a certain point. Well, it's like at a certain point they bought me more than one suit. And,
right.
And the weird one was one night after a test show. They said, keep your suit on because you're supposed to go to dinner. You're going to go to dinner with Conan and Lorne Michaels. So Conan and I get into Lorne's car. It drives us to a restaurant. We get out and walk in, and there's Lorne and Steve Martin.
Wow.
And then it's like Conan and, it's like it's
like
all
date.
so new and weird,
Yes, they're doubling.
And then so we just sit there, and it's like Lorne Michaels and Steve Martin are sitting there, and they just start
What do you
talking.
talk to them about?
They talk to each other, and
You know what's weird about this?
We nod.
When my movie first came out, Lorne and Steve Martin invited me to dinner with them.
Really? Seriously?
And you didn't go.
I didn't go. Because I said, what am I going to... First of all, I'm in awe of Steve Martin. I think
Yes.
Steve Martin's brilliant.
Absolutely.
I was just kind of like,
Yeah, and I just went, what am I going to do? I don't know. You know
I
me.
mean, come on.
I just thought, I'm going to have to sit there. I'm going to get gas. I can't fart in front of these guys. I mean, what is it going to be, Lauren's so goddamn proper. You know what I mean? And I never went.
You robbed us of the story.
Yeah, I know. They called me about 10 times. So you actually went.
yeah, but I wasn't expecting Steve Martin.
You didn't
that
know
was,
Steve was going to be.
Yeah, that was.
Are those
that
two
was the
dating or
surprise.
something? I mean, why is it always Lorne Michaels and Steve Martin? So does Steve say anything? I hear he's a real prick, is he?
No, he was
nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obvious that he was a swinger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just from the way he looked at me.
And so they just, what did they do? Impart some comedy wisdom to you or something?
Yeah, it was a lot of, the thing you'll learn about this business and the thing you'll learn about TV. And, and I mean, it was fun, but I mean, you got to look at it from my perspective of,
Who wants that?
Here I'm coming from...
But yeah, now,
you said, were you even in show business? And sometimes I wasn't sure myself.
Right.
And all of a sudden they're, Lorne Michaels and Steve Martin, and they're paying for dinner.
Yeah, I wonder what they would have said to me.
You never know now. You'll never know.
Yeah, believe me, I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
I know. Anyway, see Andy Richter on the Conan O'Brien Show every night.
Every night, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, and now you guys have a regular contract, right?
I got to tell you, Howard,
Yeah.
I'm over in Monte Carlo, and they got those international stations on the hotel TV.
Yeah.
Do you know that Conan comes on every night over there because NBC is broadcasting to the hotel?
Yeah, the country's furious about it.
Jay Leno.
There's a protest going on.
What is this?
Yeah. No, you get to see those shows.
It's all over the world.
It is.
My dad was in Russia, and so,
Could you be making serious scratch from this show yet, or are they still treating you like a second-class citizen?
there's just not that much money at 12:30.
Yeah, but you're all over the world.
Yeah, there must be. You know what? They always say that, but there's some money in it.
No, but I mean,
how do you know there's no money? Then why don't they just close down?
Well, that's what they say when I say, hey, how come I'm not rich?
You know, Ed McMahon is worth $80 million.
That's right.
Dude, the sidekick thing can work.
Yeah, but
Don't fall for it when they tell you there's no money. I mean, it infuriates me that Ed McMahon has $80 million.
I know. I don't know how he got it.
Yeah.
We're just having a big discussion in the office. I mean, what do you think Andy's salary is? I mean, because John and I were just talking.
What does John think?
He thinks it's $500,000. I think he's crazy.
You think that's too much or too little?
I think it's too much. I don't think he gets $500,000 a year.
Really?
Do you?
No, it's a national show.
At what point?
You making more than $500,000?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
$1 million?
No.
Wow. He's making more than $500,000.
So what do you think, Baba Booey?
I think that's
Look at Andy, Andy's all proud of himself.
I think that's great for him.
Yeah, I'm totally puffed up.
Andy's
You
like,
know what I'm
yeah.
laughing about? He's talking to a puppet.
I I think that's great for him. I just didn't think it would be that high.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Yeah, but the guy's on camera and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on TV after all.
And it is a national network show.
Yeah.
We got real advertisers, like, you know.
They're paying you too much, man.
DD7 and stuff like that.
Well, John makes about $80 a week, so he's like pissed off anybody gets any money.
Well, I'm sorry. You know.
All right. Well, listen, you take it up with John.
I know I'm lucky, but, you know, just wait.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Well,
put yourself down. We'll put you down.
Talented.
Oh, all right.
You're talented. All right, listen, Andy Richter on the Conan O'Brien Show. See him every night. You doing anything else? Or just the Conan O'Brien Show? I'll plug anything. You got a 1-800 number or anything?
No.
A web page?
A web page? You got Andy Richter web page?
No. Well, there's some people maintain them.
Right, but you don't have your own web page.
No.
You should get a web page.
For what?
I don't know, Mike.
What am I going to, you know?
Hey, they're talking about toll booths now. You can make money.
Yeah, you could get more money, man. I'm telling you, you could sell products on there. Okay, Andy Richter, watch him. Thanks for coming by, Andy.
Well,
it's great to see you. And we'll be back right after blah, blah, blah.
You enjoy it? Yeah, now my folks know how much I make, and they know they'll be hitting me up for more loans.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Well, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it.
It was fun. I had a good time.